See if we can get a dub.
Like you said, like she looking for like the perfect man, and it's like nobody's perfect. You know what I mean?
She's not perfect.
But that's what I'm saying. She's not perfect. So how you expecting perfect out of somebody else? You know what I mean? You gotta be willing to work with somebody in order to make a relationship successful. And like the woman said in the audio, in the video, if you gonna be singing with four cats, and she's like, oh, I'm fine with that. So like, if you're fine with that, you know what I mean? You're really fine with that. All right, that's what you go end up with, cause nobody perfect. So if you're searching for that perfect shit.
You know what this reminds me of? You ever heard of that concept of like the husband store?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, like you find out your perfect husband.
Yeah, like it's like there's a store.
Every level you go to, there's like a new attribute. You know what I mean? And the women just kept going until there was nothing left, and they ended up with nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's very like because they were saying the guys probably there's seven
Damn, I
levels.
forgot
The
about
guys would
traits.
probably start on level 3 or 4. Like you know what I'm saying? Woman would get to level 4. He got everything I want, but let me see what else I got. And then let me see what's else. And then 7, all right, there's no men here. And then I was like, damn, like you kept going up. And I think that's what
Too
you
many
know we talk about
motherfuckers right now.
hypergamy, right? Women are naturally hypergamous, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But when you're constantly keep trying to look for the one up, you know what I mean? As far as the guy, sometimes you get to the point where you have a good situation, but you're so, oh, I'm not gonna settle, that mindset. Going up there, you end up with nothing.
And I feel like women would use the word settle, and men would use the word
Falling asleep over this bitch.
very interesting. Once a man is hooked onto a woman, we are willing to
Gotta blaze something for that.
you know, where women they feel like they're settling. But once a woman feel like she's kind of settling, she always got one foot in, one foot out, worried about or seeing what other options, exploring her options at all times.
I have a question for what you said when it comes to women looking. You don't think that though? Like they're always. I mean, I hear it all the time. They'll be with a great woman where it's like it's perfect for them, but they're willing to risk it for something extremely temporary. So I feel like that's backwards.
I can agree with that. I don't think that's looking to like
No, that's looking
to upgrade. No, hold on. I'll let you talk. I don't think it's looking to like upgrade or whatever. Like a woman will look to upgrade her situation. A man look for like something temporary and then go back onto like.
But you're risking it.
True. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're looking to upgrade or if you're looking to risk it. You're still looking. It's the same.
I mean, but you looking at it two different.
No, it's the same thing. You're risking it.
It's two different perspectives.
You're not satisfied.
That's not true either.
You're looking.
Damn, we wanted to wear our blue.
But why would you look? Tell me that.
No, we do.
I don't know how they. I can't explain it to you.
Let's go, baby.
It's essentially the same thing. We're human. We're human.
Yo,
It looks
a man could
different,
be
but it's not.
satisfied.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
How the fuck do I got Pollard? Shit, hold on, cuz. Hey, man. Let me fix my lineup real quick, homeboy.
You hear it all the time. Men leave for younger. Men leave for this, or you feel me? She got a bigger ass, or found. Men leave for what they feel like it's better.
I don't think women understand. Women allow men to do this. You get what I'm saying? A man only do what you allow him and make him feel comfortable with doing. I'm telling you this. How many times have you realistically been cheated on and stood with the dude?
Start over. I gotta fix my lineup. I got Pollard in it. My shit all crazy.
And smiled in her face, got back in
Appreciate it,
business,
homeboy.
and then cheated on her again. After a while,
Alright,
it's like normal. It's like regular. You know what I'm saying? Where, as far as where.
You say you can't control yourself.
No. Don't put words in my mouth.
No, but that's literally what you're insinuating. I'm not putting words in your mouth.
I'm saying you allow me to fuck other girls to come fuck you. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so you can't control yourself.
No. I can control myself because if certain people that's want to be in that and like not do that, they can do that. So it's what you allow. If your standards is to allow me to do
so
this,
I don't allow that. You're just gonna do that to the next.
no.
You can't control yourself.
And no, if a woman then has
How the
these
fuck do I
standards,
put him over there?
cheat on her.
He's gonna find a woman.
No. Listen. Can you listen?
I'm listening.
Okay, please, thank you.
Say the same thing.
No.
How the fuck do I do that shit?
You are saying the same thing.
Because you keep running your mouth. Like I'm trying to say something.
Get back to something.
No, you are. I'm trying to let you know because I actually have been cheated on. I actually said you don't know.
No, I mean, realistically, if I haven't cheated on, then it's like I obviously wouldn't be with that person
But
anymore.
would you say that most men, if a woman cheated on him, would give her a second chance?
Yeah, there's some who would.
No, I said most men.
I don't know. I can't speak statistically.
All right, so you don't know women getting cheated on.
No.
All right.
I don't know women getting cheated on. They know they're getting cheated on. Same
There we go.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. Don't put words in my mouth.
Yes, you do.
You don't say.
Yeah. So what you're saying is people who cheat can't control themselves?
Yeah.
But the studies show that women cheat more than
Why
men.
don't you respect yourself enough to keep your penis in your pants?
Why don't women?
Huh?
They cheat more than men. That's
No.
that's a study that
Like,
shows that.
show me the statistics.
That
Where'd you get the statistics from?
is actually the thing. Like they actually does the study. But, you know, we had a whole episode about that.
Yeah, you gotta Google it. Oh, you looking it up? Please.
I fact check everything.
Yeah, and then apologize.
She said no. Like he wish she might be like no. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's only one article. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, realistically, hold up, I gotta read this. Give me a second.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Took him out and put him right back in anyway.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. The first carry now for Tony Pollard.
Good block.
And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races. Down the
motherfucker.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 49 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
My fault.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Bring him on up there, playboy.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the one. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Throwing Jones. And this one's incomplete. The Giants at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Well, this defense for the Cowboys very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They'll try and throw for it here. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll be a New York first. Now Jones. And this is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. This is caught by Robinson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 2nd and goal, Jones, touchdown Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You got a lot to handle in this one.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
This is just go for what you know league right here, goddammit.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A first down carry by Elliott.
Very small, baby.
5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. Down at the 45-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Elliott saw the fewest carries of his career in 2021, but that didn't stop him from still going across 1,000 yards for the 4th time and finishing top 10 in the league in both yards and touchdowns.
Another
productive season.
Get everybody all jumbled up.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
I'll take it.
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Pass
Now
interference
throwing
out
on
there.
third down there, but he cannot connect.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
I need this.
Fourth down, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on fourth down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now first and goal.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And this time they were ready for it as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Prescott on third and goal. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. T.Y. Hilton from 10 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they started to execute it, and they started to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
He's got it to Hilton. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A first down throw for Prescott. This is caught and out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. Here's Richie James on the return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a give here to Pollard. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On second down, Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
Pollard going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Prescott now. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Maher is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Give you something to build on for your next possession.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to... And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw. Jones. His throw incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Well, even with a huge lead, he was looking for more points. Wanted the deep shot downfield. That one goes incomplete. Obviously, he wants to put more points on the board.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This is caught by Hilton. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Open in downfield is Hilton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. Well, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. Back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
To the air again, Prescott. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Now Prescott. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Schultz. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. Elliott will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Jones. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Jones throwing for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone, unsuccessful. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Throwing here, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 51 yards. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Cowboys, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Commanders. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.